Welcome to Roughing It with Ruth. I'm on a mission to find cheap backpacking gear so that backpacking can be more accessible for everyone. I'm busy packing all of my budget gear right now. I'm going to start, I think, with the sleeping bag.
Here's Ruth's tent.
And bedroll.
And bedroll.
Clothes that I only need to camp. Okay, I think at this point I'm going to put my food in. My toiletries, socks. I've got socks. Ooh, there's still this whole pocket on the outside. Then I'll put my rain jacket, my rain poncho in here. I'll put my toilet paper in here. I want to see how much this bag weighs by the time I'm done with it. This is so weird. How is everything going right? This doesn't make any sense. Have I left something out? This I'm going to be using as a rain cover. This bag actually comes with a rain cover, but the rain cover is not going to fit on once I've strapped my bedroll and my tent to the bottom. So I've got a better rain cover. My trash bag, whistle, emergency whistle with a compass and a thermometer. The headlamp I actually think I'm going to put with my electronics. What's happening? I think everything is packed. Very light. I don't have my water. I need to put the water in and the hiking pole to pitch the top. I'm going to take one hiking pole with me just in case I can't find sticks. I'm going to put a quick screen on now that is going to list all of the items and their prices that I bought for this backpacking project. If you want to look through that really carefully, then just pause the video on that screen. The one item of gear that I did exclude from my budget backpacking project are my shoes. And that's because I just could not find shoes that fitted me comfortably other than the extremely expensive Ultra Lone Peaks, which I normally wear. You ready?
Yay, we'll go hiking.
We're not even at the top of the ridge.
Almost
It's hot. It's really, really hot. Here's our campsite for the night. It is slightly warm. It is
quite hot.
It's quite hot. And so far my only major gripe with my budget gear has been that I kind of miss having a hydration pack to drink out of. I can't really dislocate my arm to get the water bottles out, so I have to keep asking Ralph to do it for me, or I have to take off the pack. And the water, because it's in these clear bottles, gets like really, really hot from the sun. So you're like drinking warm water the whole time. But other than that, the pack feels fine. The weight of the pack is like nothing, which is great. This I could have done something better with this top and bedroll setup. I made it way too wide. It keeps hitting all the foliage and I'm a little concerned that I might have poked a hole in it. I probably should have practiced a couple of these knots.
That's doing better.
And this is super, super budget version camping. Super, super non-budget version camping. This is the Hilleberg Alac 3. This is
the
a
rooftop one.
This is a ground sheet from Decathlon. I don't even know if with some strings tied to it. Yes, this is what it looks like on the inside. I haven't set up my sleeping mat or anything. Hi. So this is sleeping bag, Lilo, gapper pad, emergency bag as a ground sheet. Ground sheet as a top.
Wow! And it's comfy.
This Lilo is so comfy. I'm just worried about it getting a hole in it, because if it gets a hole in it, then all that comfort is going to go away. And it also has a built-in pillow, which is like fantastic. Built-in pillows for the win. Well, using one has made the water hot for me before.
So you need at least 3, I suppose. Use that little broken piece.
So the very first time that I used the Decathlon pot, and I did not take the label off the bottom or off the side. So the stove flame set the label on fire, and I was very impressed by how incredibly hot the stove was getting, and that was because the labels were on fire, and that did actually make my water boil very effectively.
Hi. It was good. It was good. I slept really nicely. The Lilo is super comfy. And it wasn't windy at all. I think if it had been windy, I would have had to make the top lower, because the wind does kind of get under here the way I've got it pitched. But I was so warm. I was ready. I was too warm to even put the cowl on the sleeping bag over my head. A very little hole in my top. So I'm going to have to fix that. And I'm definitely going to carry it in a more reasonable fashion than wrapped around my bedroll, scraping against all of the foliage.
What are you doing, Ruth?
Deflating my Lilo. It's not hard work at all. So this is the sleeping bag that I was in last night from Mr Price Sport, and it was very, very warm. It did not get anywhere near freezing, but it was still very warm. And this is the deflated Lilo. And this over here is Wonderfix that I've used to patch the hole, and I'm going to put a piece of duct tape over there so that it doesn't stick the whole tart to itself when I roll it up.
Wonderfix. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful. This stuff is like your entire repair kit right here. Hey, check it out! Between Ralph and I, we managed to get the entire top inside this pocket. The whole top with its guy lines is in there. The pegs are inside the main bag. You can see that the bag is taking a little bit of strain along the stitching. Like I am abusing this bag a little bit, but I surprisingly actually haven't had any issues getting this zip closed, which was the main fear that I had with this bag, was this weird zip closure at the top. But so far I have actually had zero issue packing all of my stuff in here.
Ruth's entire plastic bag tent is in here. There it is.
Ta-da! This is the top setup for night number 2. Today, both Ralph and I are going to be sleeping in here. How are you feeling about your first top experience, Ralph?
I love it! Well, I haven't slept in it yet. It's so great. There it is. There's the setting.
Oh, please show them our swimming pool.
And here's our swimming pool.
So that hole right over there was like a stick, like a broken piece of root or something that went straight through this out the other side and into Ralph's bottom.
Yes. And
It's great. It's awesome.
the top situation.
So phase 1 of testing is done.
And everything's sort of passed.
Everything sort of passed. And the only thing that did not at all is the Lilo, because the Lilo is punctured now.
Well, I mean, that was inevitable.
Yeah. But everything else is actually okay. Oh, and the water bottles are not, I'm not a fan of the water bottles because I can't get to them easily. Yeah, I can't get to them easily and the water gets really, really hot and then I don't drink enough. So I think I'm going to get a different water bottle that's on my hip so I can drink more often. And I'm going to have to take a different mattress because the Lilo is punctured. But other than that, it was really good. The top is amazing. The bag is amazing.
Oh, the bag's really good. Surprising.
Yeah. You can see on the bag, like here, the stitching is starting to come apart a little bit just because of how much pressure I'm putting on it. I mean, I'm stuffing this bag to the absolute limits. But it's actually holding up really well and I am super surprised by how much I can fit in it, and this zip closure hasn't actually given me any issues. So
Nice bag.
yeah, it's super nice. Off we go.
I do have to say that if you're going to use your top in a group situation, like in a populated campground, or if you're going backpacking with friends, it doesn't provide that much privacy. So if you're wanting to change clothes or something like that, then a top is not the greatest option. I am going to try and test out as much of this gear as I possibly can in different conditions, hopefully colder and wetter conditions in subsequent videos. But I'm pretty confident in continuing to use it. It's actually worked fantastically well so far.